Good morning, Cvpoolpros. What is happening? The pool gurus here.
The pool ninjas.
The pool ninjas with another Cvpoolpro pool school tech tip video. We talk a lot about. This one's going to be a little longer, just so everybody knows. We talk a lot about clearing up pools, green pools, and stuff, so forth. We're going to talk a little bit about cloudy pools, some of the causes, and the one thing that can fix a cloudy pool that a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of pool companies don't realize, as we're finding out. I thought it was common knowledge. I've known about it for more than 20 years. But a lot of people apparently don't realize that this chemical is out there. So I'm going to enlighten you. All right. So there's a lot of conditions that can cause cloudy water. Oh, excuse me. So,
Bless you.
thank you. One of the conditions. Shit, I forgot to bring my Sprite. I'll have to stop and get some water. Anyway, one of the conditions that can cause cloudy water, actually two of the conditions, are chemistry. Well, three: low alkalinity, low pH, low chlorine. Also, also too high a pH and too high of alkalinity can also cause cloudy water. Okay. Now, there's other little stuff in there that I believe too high in calcium hardness, I believe, can actually cause that as well. But you don't really get that usually. But anyway, so we're going to talk about the main ones that cause the issue. So if your alkalinity and your pH are incorrect, you want to get them leveled first. So you want to have all your chemicals, all your chemistry right before you resort to what I'm about to tell you about. Okay. And one of the things to realize is you can have, and this is very common, we run into this all the time. You can have perfect chemistry, and I mean alkaline pH and alkalinity. pH is at a 7.5, which, by the way, is the pH of the human eye. That is why they want your pH at 7.5. I usually tell people 7.4 to 7.6. That way you're only a point off either direction. So pH at a 7.5. Alkalinity, just put it at 100, because that's basically the center point for all the different pool surfaces, whether it's vinyl liner, concrete, plaster, painted, or fiberglass. 100 is about the minimum. So I usually just tell people put it at about 100, and you're usually right in the middle. Okay. And your chlorine, let's say, is a 3. Let's just say, because technically 1 to 3 is perfect for a pool. We usually keep ours higher than that during the summer, like at a 10-ish, but whatever. Anyway, so perfect chemistry, yet you have a cloudy pool. So, did you ever notice you go to a pool store and you bring them a bottle, and that bottle looks clear, the water in the bottle looks clear? You ever notice that? And they tell you, oh, here, your chemistry is perfect. Why is my pool cloudy? Deer in headlights. Okay. First of all, one of the first questions we ask is for pictures of the pool and the filter system. And there's reasons for that. Okay. So we ask for a picture of the pool, picture of the filter system. We want to see how cloudy it is, number one. And we want to see your filter system, because that gives us information. Then we start asking questions. Asking those questions gets to the bottom of your problem faster, because those questions, the answers to those questions, gives us information that you as a pool owner would probably not really understand, that all pool companies really should understand and should be asking these questions, but a lot of them don't. That's why we get to the bottom of the problem quickly. Okay. So before we even go out to your house, your location, whatever, whether we're meeting you somewhere with a sample of your water, or we're testing it, or we're going to your house, whatever, because we are mobile. We're already seeing the pictures. Those pictures now lead to questions that we know to ask. This is the difference, guys, between a professional pool company and pool companies that are, I hate to say this, but seem like they're flying by the seat of their pants anymore and guessing. Guys, cleaning up a pool is not a guess. It's not a guessing game. That's a lot of money that we know a lot of people have already dumped in their pools that are coming to us now because we're asking the right questions, and they're like, holy shit, we've already gotten 3 cleared up that were fighting with their pool for anywhere from a month to 2 months with other companies. We've already got them swimming in a week, 2 weeks. So it's all in the chemistry, but understanding, getting to the root of the problem comes from water testing and asking questions. Seeing pictures is the very first step. The pictures leads us to the questions because we don't know what kind of filter system you have yet. Your problem could be in your filter system. It could be in your filter, okay? Especially if it's sand or cartridge. I mean, it could be in DE too, but we're not going to go into all that. So what do you do if you have perfect chemistry? Absolutely picture perfect chemistry, but you still have a cloudy pool. What's the cloud? Okay. Cloud is what we call in the industry particulate matter. Okay. What happens is, and the best way I can describe this, particulate matter is very, very small. Like you wouldn't be able to see one piece of it in the pool at a time. But it's particulate matter that is too light to get to the bottom, but it's too heavy to float on top. So it drops to around the center of the pool, and that's your cloudiness. So it's stuff. It's stuff, whatever it is. It could be little pieces of leaves. It could be whatever. It's stuck in limbo, we call it. Now, how the hell do you get that out? The wonder drug. Would you like to take it from here, dear?
Okay, what do we...
Patty, tell the folks what they've won.
What you've won today, Bob, is you've won a bottle of Flock. Yes, Flock. It comes in this nice little gallon container.
Notice there's nothing there.
We don't have any. We don't have any, and I don't.
All right, but seriously,
it's called Flock.
Flock, F-L-O. There used to be 2 of them. One was, some spelled it F-L-O-K, some spelled it F-L-O-C. I do believe they all go F-L-O-C now. I believe they dropped the K.
Now, what you're wondering is,
what the
fuck's that? What the fuck are you talking about? Well, we're going to tell you what the fuck I'm talking about. This stuff is a coagulant.
Now there is hold on real quick. There is a difference between Flock and clarifier. Now, let me explain that real quick.
Good point.
Clarifier is a non-heavily concentrated flock. By that I mean, it does the same thing as Flock, but it's a maintenance type of dosage.
And that is a good thing to use for pollen.
Excellent to use for pollen.
So
in other words, Flock is a heavily concentrated clarifier, is really what it is. It's for really, really cloudy pools. That clarifier, you don't need to use a ton of clarifier to get the pool clear. That's what Flock is, and that's what she's about to tell you. So clarifier is the same thing, but it's not as concentrated as clock. It's not for real cloudy pools. It's like a maintenance dosage, or it's a maintenance. You only put a little bit of clarifier in if you want that crystal pop. But if you do your chemicals correctly and you are diligent with keeping your pool clear, and you don't have a little bit of particulate matter in your pool to cause the cloudiness, you shouldn't need clarifier. Clarifier is if you just, like, let's say you have, like she said, let's say you have pollen. You can't always get rid of pollen unless you cut all the trees down. And if they're not your trees, you kind of can't do that. Might be frowned upon, so I wouldn't try that. But,
and there are two different kinds of clarifier.
Yeah, I'm going to put you back with Tammy.
One is a polymer and one is an enzyme. There's two different ones that we had learned about.
I don't remember. We have to look that up, actually.
Yeah, because
we don't really use clarifier. We use flock a lot, but we really don't use clarifier. Yeah. Our pools stay crystal clear without it.
I would like to try that one that does it gets the phosphates, it gets
that one.
But anyway, flock. It's a coagulant, and it is going to grab all that particulate matter that is floating in limbo, and it is going to drop it to the bottom of your pool. By the time it drops to the bottom of your pool, depending on the cloudiness, it could take up to a week, if not more. Depends on how big your pool is and how much cloudy particulate matter is in there floating.
We have actually had one take, I believe it was 7 or 8 days to drop everything completely. And one thing I will tell you, when you think it's clear, it's not clear yet. That should be literally crystal clear. I can't stress that crystal enough.
You should be able to put a quarter at the bottom of your pool, and you should be able to see that clearly. No squinting, no nothing. That should be clear as day that there's a coin on the bottom of your pool. This is a miracle chemical for when you have the cloudy situations. Now,
but all the rest of your chemistry is perfect.
Right. And your water test shows that there's nothing else like phosphates, nitrates, TS, right, when none of those are present. So there are other variables when it's time to flock or not to flock.
And for more information, you can contact us if you're not sure.
What we should actually do is, we currently have one pool that is in the flocking stage. What we should do maybe at some point is when we come up to the next one that we think might have to flock, we should do a live or a short video.
Yeah.
And show, hey.
Yeah. So, but again, if you're not sure, contact us with your pictures of your pool. Most of you know the information, but if you don't, text Tammy your pictures at 610-780-3614. You can text her the pictures of your pool and the readings that you have of your chemistry, or you can send them via email at CV as Crystal Vision, Cvpoolpros@gmail.com. We can get you flying right. But those pictures and that chemistry readings are going to give us a lot of information. That way we can guide you correctly. Back to Tammy for how to do it, or what the scenario is.
How to do it. Did you go into that?
No, that's what I just said.
How to do it is you're going to put the whole bottle in, no matter what your scenario is.
Yeah, don't waste time just putting like a quarter.
Put the whole
damn bottle in.
And
I've never done less than a whole bottle.
What you need to do in the back back of the bottle because some of them are a little bit different. We always dump it right in the skimmer, and we let the filter run for some say 2 hours, another one will say 4 hours.
There's 2 and 3, I think. I think they got rid of the 4.
It
used to be 4 hours for all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are 2, some of them are 3. I haven't seen the 4 in a while, but you got to read the instructions.
I think the one that we always use.
You got to follow the instructions explicitly, or it will not get the full effect. Also, if your pool does not have the recirculate setting, you can use filter. But it tells you to do it in recirculate, not filter. And there's reasons for that. They really don't want it going into the tank because you can't get rid of what goes into the tank. I mean, you can through backwashing to an extent, but it can blow through back into the pool. So they tell you to do it on recirculate. Go ahead. Keep moving.
After you put it in and it circulates for the amount of time that's on the back of the bottle, shut it down. Walk away. Forget that you even have a pool. And there is no time frame as to when all of it's going to drop.
Yes, you cannot rush this process.
You cannot rush it. You also do not want to put it in if there is. Give yourself at least 1 week time frame, at least. Make sure there's no rain in the forecast.
Yeah. Especially for the dropping period.
If there's any rain in the forecast in a week's period, wait until there is no rain in the forecast. Because if it rains while it's still in the dropping process, it is just going to float it back up, and it's going to take even longer.
And sometimes it dilutes it to the point where it won't even drop. We have had that happen.
If you are trying to do this, and you're like, it's Wednesday and Saturday or birthday party,
you can do it, but
that's
there's
not
no guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
You cannot rush chemistry.
You can't tell the flock, okay, flock, you need to be done in 2 days. And if it's not completely crystal clear, do not try to vac it. Don't do it because it's not done dropping. You need to have patience, and you need to be willing to wait. Money away because you may have to do it again.
And let me tell you something.
You're not being patient.
And let me tell you something. That patience, when you see the end result, that patience is really going to pay off because your pool's going to look freaking awesome.
People want to come over and have a birthday party, whatever, celebrate the birthday party and have a swim party at another date when it's clear and swimmable. Don't try to rush it. You can't do it.
And that really goes for any chemical.
Right. Any chemical. So that's how you want to do it.
As far as backing.
Just make sure, backing. Do not try to use a robot to back it up because you're just going to flock it up. This must be backed to waste.
Not through your system.
If you have a waste on your filter,
you do it, but it's only going to go down to the bottom of the skimmer and you're going to suck air.
Right. The best scenario is
like us, an external pump.
Yep. Give us a call and we can come and back it to waste.
And you got to go slow.
Yeah. Depend on the which brand you get. When it fully drops, some still it's like really, really fine ash. There's a heavier one, and I don't remember which one's the heavier one.
I think Leslie's is the heavier one.
But the heavier one, you don't got to go quite as slow.
You still got to go slow, though.
Right. You can't be zooming along.
The other one, you got to be like a snail.
Yeah. snail and sloth speed.
And I'll give you a piece of advice. We found this out the hard way. You don't need to turn on me. We found this out the hard way. Never put a garden hose in to fill the pool up before you're done at least one section. I did that one time to her. Boy, was she pissed.
Yeah. Do one side. Like if you need to put the hose through the skimmer to keep it in there.
And don't try to reach to the other side of the pool. Do one section at a time or you're going to frustrate yourself.
Yep.
Because you're not going to be able to see what's coming up around the back end.
If you have one of those vacs that have the brushes on the bottom, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Send us a message and we'll come out and do it, because just think of it. Your vac has a brush on it, what's it going to do?
It's pushing the stuff ahead of it.
It's going to push that shit all up.
Yep.
So if you have one of those, if you need guidance on the type of vac head that we have, you can hit us up and I can give you the info on that.
We might even do a live one with what we use.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could do that when we're at the house.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We'll do a short little video on what we use, whether you have an in-ground or an above-ground. We have the same vac for all the pools.
Yeah, we don't use them.
We've used them on an Intex pool. They're a pain in the ass, but we have used them for Intex pools.
Well, the back end wasn't a pain in the ass. The pool was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the pool was a pain in the ass. Our suction, because we had a vac to waste, our suction was too much.
Yes. Yes.
But nonetheless, it will work on all pools.
Yeah, it works on all pools. You just got to be careful on the vinyl liner. Make sure there's no... We'll show you when we do the video. I think that's really about it for this one. I hope this helps. If you need guidance, you're not sure, guys, hit us up. Don't hesitate. We are pretty much most of the time available. If you don't get us right away, if you text or you email and you don't get us right away, we are busy as hell. So just wait. We will get back to you.
Leave a message if you call.
And if you do call, leave a message, or you're not going to get a call back. That I do promise you. You will not get a call back if we don't know who you are. Make sure you leave a voicemail. But again, we need the pictures regardless. To give you any kind of help, we need the pictures. So if you contact us by phone, the first thing Tammy's going to tell you when she calls you back, if you do leave a message, is that we need your pictures. One of the filter system and one of the pool. We need those regardless. Guys, we need those even for pricing. There's reasons why we're asking for them. We will not give any kind of pricing or any kind of info out until we have those pictures. Unless it's a general question like, what do I do if my pressure's up? I can run through scenarios without knowing what kind of filter system you have. In that particular instance, you can tell me. I'll say, okay, what kind of filter system do you have? I have a sand. Okay, have you backwashed lately? Did you do this? Did you do that?
And that's a completely different service that we offer.
Right.
This is on the
floor. Right. So we always need the pictures. All right? All right, guys. Have an excellent day. I hope this helps some of you out there. Check out our YouTube channel at Cvpoolpros 16. All of these videos, all these pool school videos and tech tip videos, they all get uploaded there. There's a whole slew of videos on there. If you need help, they're there. And we have a lot more to come. Some are going to be shorter than others, but we wanted to give you an explanation on this because a lot of companies don't even, I don't know if they don't know about it, they don't understand, I don't know what it is, but a lot of companies don't talk about flock. We've been using flock now for, holy shit,
a lot of years.
A lot of years. I mean, we've had this company for 8 years, and we've been using it ever since, and I've been using it since long before that.
I was going to say, we've been using it long before.
All right? All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to y'all soon. See you on the next one. Later.